So as it turns out, we're going to be doing another quest in the tower. It's going to be Silver Rathalos, G Rank. And I believe that this will indeed require the climbing of the tower, which is pretty monotonous when you're just fighting some frickin' silver dragon. But it is what it is. Oh no, it's not going to require that. That's interesting. Maybe it's the high rank quest that does that. This is pretty much something that those of you who have played 3 Ultimate are probably pretty familiar with. And quite frankly... But, yeah, this is also an arena in... possibly 4 Ultimate, but definitely in... whatever it's called, Generations Ultimate, yeah. I forgot to close applications to hopefully get a smoother gameplay experience here, but whatever. Guess that's my fault. Looks like I'm not going to be able to get him to turn around here. It's unfortunate. Now, for those of you who are used to using hammer in 4th gen, well, for some of you, using hammer in 3rd gen would be pretty uncomfortable. Now, if you go back to 2nd gen, it gets pretty clunky pretty fast. But it is what it is. I would like to maybe shock trap this guy. I'm tempted to use a Mega Juice. In fact, I think I will. I'm too tempted to actually give in... well, not give in to temptation. Resist temptation is what I'm trying to say. There we go. That's actually a pretty good flash bomb there. Oh, I knew that tail was going to get me. Mr. Silver Rathalos here. He's not being entirely cooperative. Here we go. This is my opportunity. Can we get it? There we go. The reason why I ask, can we get it, is because the Super Pound is really strange with its hitbox in this game. Really strange. Like, it is one of the most bizarre hitboxes in the world. Alrighty. Now we can go and do our triple pound. Best thing to do is roll out of it. Otherwise we'll be standing there for a while, to be honest. Right, we've broken the head, which means that we'll get a good chance for a mantle now. Pretty sure that helps with mantle chances. Well, not mantle, I should say, heavenly scale. Have to use the generational terminology, which is why I refer to thunder weapons as lightning weapons in 3rd gen, of course. Which is really interesting, because I had completely forgotten that it was called lightning in those games, and I was going through 4th gen, asking myself if I was an idiot for saying lightning, or thinking of referring to it as lightning, and just like, am I stupid? And then I went back into 3rd gen and saw, hey, it's actually lightning, officially. It's kind of funny. I don't know if he's going to come down to the ground, we'll see. Someone might flash bomb again. Yeah. And they missed. That's alright. Hammer is a pretty good weapon of choice in this game, in terms of dealing damage. But you do need to get used to it, because it's quite different to the later games. I used a little bit of hammer back when... well, back before try existed in English. Try existed in Japanese when I picked up this game, I'm pretty sure. But it was not out in English yet. That is... can I get the swing? No, that's not going to be on target, unfortunately. We'll see if we can get another KO off. I'm not going to make any promises. Oh, look out. Of course, you have to stay well away from the tail if you are going to flash bomb a Rathalos or a Rathian. Because if you get stuck, it's going to get really bad. You basically end up getting endlessly flinched by this particularly strong attack, which is the tail moving back and forth, or up and down, however you want to say that. It's really, really bad. Might pick up this shiny, you never know what you'll get. Thick Silver Rathalos scale, and of course the crazy thing about this game is that they do not oftentimes write the full thing out. They have to sort of abbreviate it. I think it has to do with the graphics of the original game being more suited to the Japanese language rather than English. Oh, I just got a fireball in the face, Rathalos style. He's been poisoned by Langsa. Maybe he's just got a hard-on for poison weapons, I don't know. I assumed that maybe it was a good choice for Yamatsukami, but it might not be. Because he's using the same weapon here. Was hoping to maybe get the head at that point, but no, that did not happen. Might just do... Oh! Was wanting to do a spinning attack, and then a golf swing out of that. It's really, really easy to spin out in this game, I think you'll find. Oh, unfortunately I got hit before I could do that attack. But yeah, spinning out I find to be really easy to do in this game because there's just a certain point where they don't register your hit while spinning, and then they'll just make you spin out. It's really annoying. So if you're trying to time it really well, you'll actually not succeed at all. Which is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. I'd like for my stamina to not return to the normal at any point. You could see that I actually managed to clip the wing with that super pound. I'd like to think that that's giving you guys a bit of an idea of how crazy the hitbox is for this particular weapon when you are doing super pounds. It's really weird. Sometimes it can be really beneficial, and then sometimes it can actually be very difficult to land anything. I have actually encountered situations where I should have gotten the KO, but didn't, because the hitbox is so bizarre. Can't even describe it, really. It's very strange. Alright. Try and get the KO. That was really annoying. Fortunately, he did not get successfully flash-bombed there, because had he been successfully flash-bombed, I would have missed my super pound right there. He would have moved backwards. I got a leather silver Rathalos towel. Not tail, but towel. Oh, the abbreviations. Of course, there's no upswing in this game, sadly. It's just that two-part combo on the level 2. Kind of frustrating, because I find the upswing to actually be really nice. It's a nice touch you can get. You can sort of close the distance between you and the monster nice and quickly. Oh god, he has really good tracking with that run. I might just use regular potions here. My speed burst has expired, sadly. I don't really want to use 2 mega juices in one hunt. I don't really have too many materials to make them, you know. I'll take this opportunity to get one hit in or not. I got the wing, which is his weak point, but still. Possibly with his head broken, he does take a little bit more damage from the head, I don't know. But, yeah, still not his major weak point. Neither physically nor elementally. Good thing about this is that he will always land on the ground, gives you a good head opportunity for hammer users. Okay, I don't have the stamina for this. Sorry if I hit you, Lanksa. Fortunately, I didn't. Right, he's going to come back down. I'll just go for the level 2. It's fine. It's actually decent for damage and decent for KO. Obviously, doing a super pound would be a little better, but can't have everything. I'm not going to have the stamina, sadly. There we go. Runner is actually a reasonable skill for hammer, but I find that it's just not worth substituting other skills for it. It's generally not something that I can get on top of something else, you know. Here we go, there's our golf swing. Golf swing is insane in this game, I will mention, in terms of damage. It's out of this world. It's possible that they changed it to super pound in Tri because of just how damaging the golf swing was in this game. But of course that was ridiculous balancing, for obvious reasons. That's a dead Silver Rathalos right there. A little bit of a, I suppose, funky fight. Funky is probably a good word to use, as compared to later versions of the Silver Rathalos fight. But it is 2nd gen. Don't know who's attacking who, I think it was Kutik. He's stabbing us with his frickin' Chameleos longsword. It's a bit of an asshole. Let's go and collect some stuff over here, shall we? Some Elder Dragon bones, I believe. May as well. Can go and mine the frickin' black sword if we want. It's funny because there is no decayed dragon scale, that's how it works in this game, right? But, yeah, it's funny because there is no actual gathering marker here. A lot of people who play Unite don't even know that this is a gathering point. I really want this Lapis Lazuli jewel. This is the 2nd gen terminology for Lazurite, by the way. We'll see if we get a heavenly scale. You never know. Thanks, Lanksa. The quest did end, but we're not throwing our hands in the air because someone's got a really shit connection. That's generally how that works. If there is a delay with that, it's because someone here has quite poor connection. Try to upswing Mr. Kutik. And I missed completely because he is the guy with the shit connection, clearly. Look at him. He's glitching all over the place. I think I hosted that particular fight because Lanksa launched me into the room first, so that was probably my host. Can probably continue to gather at this frickin' place because apparently Kutik's terrible internet has resulted in us sitting here for ages waiting for the quest to end. Finally it did end. Really annoying. I have actually sat through longer than that in Portable Third with someone who had a just abysmal connection to the hunt. Got a big wyvern stone, not quite what I wanted, but anyway. It's not that I specifically need, whatever you call it, Rathalos heavenly scales right now. It's a nice thing to have, you know, in the future, in case you do need it. I might actually just keep hunting, because I'm in the mood to just continue at this point. I don't mind. I'll make a crapload of parts out of my recording session here. Could be good. Because you never know when you need some recording stuff to put together and upload when you're having a bit of a dry spell. So, yeah, we'll probably do that. I'll see you guys in the next hunt. Alright, we are going to hunt, God forbid, Kushala Daora. Not a huge fan of Kushala Daora, but I might need some Big Elder Dragon jewels, you never know, or Big Elder Dragon gems, whatever they're supposed to be called. Of course, it's very confusing with the different terminology across the different generations, but whatever. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, generally I do go Pierce Thunderbow with Kushala. I think I'm going the wrong frickin' way. Where does he start? Why am I drinking a hot drink? Oh yeah, that's right. It is going to actually be a requirement for the desert at night time, so it will be helpful. I might start off with poison coatings here, just to make sure that we don't have to deal with Kushala's wind, because I will mention that I'm pretty sure doing pierce arrows still returns them when he is a windy boy. I don't really know. We'll see. I might test that theory right now. Spread does work with Kushala, really. I don't mind. Yeah, it is being returned right now. So let's go right ahead and poison coating this bloody prick. Need to poison him so that he doesn't do any of his... oh, there we go. Can go back into power coatings now. We'll do that while he is currently not being a windy boy. Who is actually hosting this room? I hope it's not fucking Kutik. Or hosting this particular... I can't remember who was first in here. I really hope it's not Kutik, because otherwise it's going to be a really bad hunt. Because, of course, his connection is just dog shit. Now, I'm assuming we have someone else running poison. Because if Lanksa was going to run poison, this would be the quest. Yeah, he is using the same lance as before, so... It's possible that's his only frickin' lance, I really don't know. For me personally, I would only repeatedly use a weapon if it were my only weapon. I just can't stand monotony in that area, because one thing that I do enjoy about Monster Hunter is using different weapons to deal with monsters. I find it pretty fun. And I find it the opposite of fun if I have to use the same weapon all the time. So, yeah. Hopefully we can inflict this poison fairly soon. We did have the help of Lanksa with his lance, I would like to think. That is assuming he was actually hitting him with poison. and not missing all the time, or getting hit. Not a huge fan of Kushala Daora, but I thought we might as well fight him. I actually had to fight a shitload of Kushala Daora while playing Generations Ultimate, trying to get a large Elder Dragon jewel in that game, and holy shit, for some reason, it would not drop. And this leads into a theory that I have of games starting in 3rd gen and beyond. It's possibly the same in this game too. I believe that there is a hidden modifier to drop rates which relates to the weapons that you actually have available to upgrade. My strong belief is that if you have a certain number of weapons that require a material to upgrade them, the game will actually make it harder for you to get that item. Now, people call this the desire sensor, but when I was hunting Kushala Daora, I was not really desiring anything. My goal was to just... because I needed 3 of these things, right? So I wasn't really actively thinking, oh, I really want this thing. I was just casually fighting Daora, my goal being I'll fight him as much as I need to get the 3 gems that I need. Now, I fought 20 of them and didn't get 1, okay? And I believe that that kind of horrendous luck is a result of me needing 3 jewels for 3 different insect glaives that I was upgrading at the time. Oh dear God. That was a tremendous failure right there. I'm surprised that I managed to die. I really am genuinely surprised. I just typed in the chat, laughing my ass off, what the fuck, because I can't believe we just failed that. That was quite poor. Anyway, that was really annoying. I guess we'll have to try that again.